Hello guys, this is GX and welcome to Plastic League. We have a matchup 2-on-2. We have one team KWL versus one from Tails Arconas and other guy Arconas, and this is going to be Terran player. We have MrRebel, who's going to play as Protest, and from KWL we have GX, which is myself, and Singha, which is not myself but is my team partner, and he's Protoss, as you can see. So this is a mirror match, mirror teams, and let's see what's going to go on. More about Plastic League if you haven't seen any videos. This is the series when I just show you that you don't have to be 100% pro super and everything, making shitload of money, playing Starcraft. No, this is to show you that Starcraft can be played as fun. It doesn't have to be the most complicated game when you cannot really just chill out and play and you have to be stressed. No, this is not the point of Starcraft, not only at least. You can just go and have fun and make some laughs and just enjoy the game. This is a nice logo, Starcraft 2 Tails. Okay, he even got the Starcraft font down right. Thank you very much. Please learn more English in the future. And let's see what our players are up to. This is standard, pretty standard for what's going on here, and it's also very standard here. So the player who's closer to the ramp just builds a gateway or anything. He just basically builds a wall. Since his Protoss, he's going for double gas at 2-minute mark and at 16 supply. Very interesting build, I have to admit. Singha is going for something more common, which is yeah, he actually put a drop point for his probes down here in the simulator, and he's got one. He decided to go for a forge instead of going for a cybernetics core, which is an interesting choice, because it means that he's going to put some cannons before doing anything, I assume, or making or he wants to make more zealots, or he wants to go for tech before going for anything else. So this is an interesting theory of mine, interesting way to do it. So I guess sometimes have to. And GX actually went for something more traditional. We have a classic wall, except instead of building a factory, he decided to go for another rack. So we have double racks from him. Let's go back to our boys. Hey, what's going on in the middle? We have our Reaper. Seasons don't fear the Reaper. No, it's not. No, I'm not going to get bored of this. I mean, sorry. I'm just going to talk about. So let's go see what's going to happen with this Reaper man. Fear the Reaper man. Okay, he's going to jump. He's jumping straight into Protoss base. What's he up to? Why is he shooting at the Nexus? What's the point of that? Okay, I am not sure what I'm seeing, because I have never. Okay, that's more logical, I'd say, because that's what you do. You want to attack your enemy's workers, and yes, this is a lot of units just following him. But the point of using Reapers, if you, sir Arconas, please come on. The point of he almost fell for that, because it was obvious that he's going to jump through this. So it was obvious that he's going to get through there. But what's he gonna do? Because he has to get his units back into the base, because Reaper can easily fight against Zealot. I mean, there is a lot of HP, but he can outrun him and go and have fun. So this is not going to be easy. Oh, sorry, I had a lag, but it's under control now, so don't worry. Oh, you cannot enter here because the wall is open. So finally you can just hear this. I guess that Arconas is so busy that oh yes, he's busy, so he just doesn't have time to use his Reaper. He decided to go play more macro. MrRebel is actually going for a Dark Shrine. He already has some Stalkers. He has 2 gates. He's going to pull for Warp Gate. and Mr. Reaper is still, he's still doing what's he been doing for all this time. So he's just chilling out here, waving his gun, and he's just, I'm just gonna sit tight on my ass or whatever. Actually, he's not sitting on his ass because he's floating. No, and this warp gate tech is kinda delayed because of all of this. What else we have going on with Arconas? He has a siege tank and he has some marines, but I still don't understand why is he not using this Reaper, because there's a lot of time to use it, and this is not spotted, as you can see. Nobody sees that Reaper. He's just chilling out and having fun. So these guys aren't seeing much. Okay, that's true, and there's nothing surprising except our team KW has already expanded pretty nicely, and so did they. But maybe not that fast. So it's kind of a delay. But how about forces? That's it, because that's an interesting thought. He's trying to open. By the way, he's trying to open the gold. But here's an interesting thought. Oh, we have a drop coming on. The interest and some struggling MrRebels here. So the thought is that. Why is that Reaper just staying here? I guess he's trying to support the incoming attack. So we have an attack incoming. We have a drop. And is it gonna be successful? He's trying to. Ooh, that's okay. I have to admit, this is a very good spot for a tank. This tank is spotted, sure, but this is a good spot to put the tank in. I have to admit that Reaper was just that was too bad, so that didn't work, and. That medivac wasn't a kind of bad position, and but that was a good try. Okay, I have to admit. Okay, we have another attack. We have three DTs, and do we have detection? I can't see any detection. We don't have any turrets or cannons really. GX they have a bigger army, as you can see, with better supply as far as at least for GX. I think you can say the same thing, but as you can see, this base is getting beaten, and we need a scan if we want to. Yeah, he actually went for a cannon, but there is still no. Oh yes, we have a scan, and now we can have some losses count. MrRebel lost the most, and Arconas also lost a lot during this attack. His drop, and we have an attack coming from GX. So I guess he just doesn't like this situation, big as it is. As you can see, these guys did not prepare any stable defense, and they also are not really prepared against any stuff like drops and stuff like that. They can scan, or against invisible units, they can scan because they have a unit. As you can see, Arconas is going for another Marauder, Medivac, 2 Marines, and some upgrades, which is cool. Singha is going for a Stargate and some weapon upgrades and more gates and stuff like that. They're actually placing themselves, and they even have an observer, which is very cool. They are placing themselves for an attack. The question is, does GX have an armory to use? Yeah, apparently they are placing themselves there. Does he have an armory? He doesn't. So these healings would be kinda lost unless he wants to use them. Unless he wants to use them just for a harassment here. But let's see what they are up to. MrRebel is going for Psionic Storm, which could be very dangerous. Let's see how the attack is going. So the initial Hellion is pretty much lost, and the other units. are doing alright. We have a tank somewhere. Yes, it's on the upper ground, so you have to watch out for it. You have to destroy the damn tank. Oh, there are some significant losses. Oh, there is a lot of stalkers here. There is a lot of stalkers. Why aren't you helping him? You guys need some better positioning here. He has an observer, but he's not going to help that much. And the losses are still... Oh, the losses are piling up. Their losses are piling up, and this attack has been pretty much killed off. There is a lot of stalkers were lost, but they still kind of managed to do it. Oh, we have an attack, very aggressive one. Now GX actually pushed a siege tank, which is a good thing, but he kind of needs some units to help him, because otherwise it's not going to work. And he needs some support of stronger units from our pros player here, who should yes, he doesn't make that many units because he has warp gates, but he's investing in something else. What's he investing in? The good point is that GX actually made some turrets just in case they are useful. Will they be any useful? They could be very useful because he actually has, and by him I mean Arconas, has nice amount of medivacs. They are a pain in the ass. It's a good thing that he actually prepared another. He has tank just overseeing this location. He has some more tanks down there. There is a unit being placed, and this is still not open. GX actually decided, you know, I'm just going to cut those very slowly, which is going to be like 2 HP per second or something. Not very much. But the very cool thing is that this observer is actually still here because these guys just spotted. So it has to be very nice when you just have this thing going on. It's very visible. It's visible, but very visible. It's so invisible as you can see. He's just, you know, he's just saying, you know, just flying here, floating here among all those units, and he doesn't see him. So as you can see, this attack can be easily read on. And the GX also has a nice amount of tanks now. This may not be enough for 2, 3, 4 of his plus all those medivacs. Those medivacs are actually very important, and GX doesn't have any medivacs. So he's gonna be very slowed down, and probably this attack won't do that much because all those medivacs, and there is a lot of them. They're going to but he's flying with another attack. So those medivacs are still plenty, and they're going to just heal those units, and not these units because they are mechanical, but they're going to heal up those other units. And the problem is that they are going to make up for this damage done by these tanks and stuff. But let's see what's going. So we have 2 attacks going on. Are there any units in the base? There are some stalkers, but they're moving out. There is a void which does nothing, and Singha is going for a dark shrine. What do we have going on? These guys obviously didn't spot that. Oh, because I know why he's standing here, but he's standing here for some reason. So we have an attack, and this is kind of delayed with all that. Now let's see how much damage are we going to see, and this attack is not going to work because there are just too many units. Look at this amount of High Templar. This is a large pack of High Templar. They can storm the livings not out of you, and as you can see, GX has the biggest losses now. Which means, yeah, at least he's doing right, but not good enough, I'd say. So he's sending kind of suicide missions because he's sending another marine, and they are all just going to one place. So this is very chaotic, and that shouldn't have happened. But take a look at this. He's just sending 2 dropships there, and let's see what's going to happen. This is pretty much undefended. This area is undefended. Let's see what's going to happen. Let's just see. Okay, so again, he's just hitting the refinery instead of hitting, you know, everything else. Assimilator, I mean. But that was actually the worst thing that you can attack, because basically because, you know, it's kind of difficult to shoot these suckers, and a much better idea would be just to attack those workers because they are more important. It's easier to kill off, you know, a couple of probes than killing off those 2 buildings, and they can be rebuilt much cheaper because, you know, during this time you can just kill, I don't know, 600 worth of minerals, and 1 assimilator is, if I remember correctly, 75. So, you know, this just doesn't make up. This planetary is here, so it's going to be able to defend itself against most of the units. He also should put, you know, a turret. Oh, there is a turret here. Oh, there are 2 turrets here. So they are going to be, you know, anti-drop ready. Even Singha has some cannons around just to make sure that it's safe. He's actually very safe against drops. Wow, take a look at this number of turrets. This is actually a well-defended base. These guys have a nice ball. They have a nice ball of units. Look at the supply, by the way. Use supplies. MrRebel has the least 91, and the monsters are Arconas with 167, but he's not doing anything. What's he taking care of now? He's really trying to build some towers. He's going for some tech. He's really busy not attacking. Oh, that's all I can say. And he's sending his He's sending his medivac back there. I think that it wasn't a very good attack, and the best part is that GX actually built a missile turret here just to help him defend. But the good thing about this guy, he's got his nice upgrades on the way, which is going to be very very good and very helpful. And look at this army. This is a well balanced army, I have to admit. There is a lot of stuff, and those High Templar are actually very fearsome. There is another ball coming from GX, but he definitely doesn't have too many chances, especially considering the fact that in this matchup, this is just those storms are going to be destructible. They're going to be not destructible. Obviously, they're destructible, but they are going to destroy a lot. He doesn't have too many. He doesn't have too many guys just to stop what's going on. And this ball is just going to trip over this thing over here, but they are guys, what are you waiting for? Why are you just getting your units destroyed like that? That's pretty bad. No, they're moving on now, and they don't really have a chance, I have to admit. Those things are going to kill him, but the good point is that at least the Singha will manage to destroy some of that. He's actually going for that, and those carriers are just going to do some nice damage. And this is battle for Middle-earth, Mr. Gentlemen. This is just a battle for Middle-earth. We have the forces of good versus the forces of evil. Those are trolls of Sauron, and those are carriers which are Nazgul stuff, or these Void Rays, I guess they are Nazgul too. Who's going to win? Who's going to win this battle? This is a battle for Middle-earth, and we have, as you can see, we have a huge losses for both of these guys, and wow, this is like 10 grand almost, and for Singha is like 7,000, which is a lot for Protest, and MrRebel has like 4,100, which is not that much. But this attack is on the way, and how are they going to rebuild themselves? GX has Cloak, which is going to be useful if he decides to use it, but Singha decided to go for Dark Templar Analyst. He's got some upgrades here, and let's take a look at this attack. This attack is going on. He just sent some Marauders, and this is not a very good attack, because what are you trying to accomplish here, really? I mean, he's going to kill off just a couple of SCVs, but that's all that's gonna happen. So this attack was very unsuccessful. I am not sure what was the intention of that, maybe to drag some attention, but on the way we have this carrier who has 11 kills, so he's just doing a nice job. And those DTs are having fun too. This is a great DT party. This is a DT party, so I guess that Battle for Middle-earth is, War of the Ring is still on the way. I have to tell you. And so the forces of good are still shrinking. Those Dark Templar are just, they are just those Nazgul on foot, and they are going to destroy a lot of things. The good news for Singha is that those DTs are not visible, so it's he's falling now. But at the beginning they might not be that visible. That was Suicidal, but those losses for Arconas are actually big. So you cannot be laughing about it. Don't you ever forget. Don't laugh at it. The carrier needs to punish his forces. We have Raven here and some Entire just to deal with those freaking boys. Let's see what's going on here. Those stores are doing some massive damage. Oh, there is a lot of stuff. Oh, why aren't you going back? Oh no, we have High Templar. Are they going to storm? Yes, they are storm. Oh, those storms are pretty terrible. Those storms are pretty terrible. What's going on in this match, ladies and gentlemen? This is another bad call. So you better run. The good thing for our boys whose names are GX and Singha, they actually have much more income, so they are not as blocked when it comes to that. These guys actually try to be too clever, and they don't expand as much because they're constantly under attack, which is, as you can see, that's their problem kinda, because they don't attack as much as you think. What they try doing is like building a balanced army with a lot of casters, like, you know, High Templars and stuff, and they have a lot of cannons here, but, you know, cannons are not going to last that long. And that attack on the base was, you know, was very clever, and that worked, because while GX basically sacrificed his army, Singha had time to attack. So, you know, that's what happened, and that attack was very good. I think that Singha is planning to expand here. Yeah, this is a very interesting match, I have to admit. He's going for Tempest, so it's going to be a great counter to those fours. And nothing else really. It's kind of difficult to deal with those High Templar, but you can use just massive. You could just get with having a lot of more units at these guys. He's actually going for Helions and the reactor to increase the energy of Medivacs. Maybe he's going to put some Medivacs or not. No, not really. Oh, we have another ball coming on the way. And remember, GX has and GX actually doesn't have problems with those minerals, and these guys have problems with minerals at this point. Their income is not that good. Look, take a look at this. Arconas has like 600 and MrRebel has much more, but look at GX, he has almost 2000, these guys, and 1500 for Singha, so they have advantage. Now he actually decided to expand finally, which is a forward base. It's very close to this one, but still not enough expanding. These guys just aren't aggressive enough, I think. They don't scout as much, they don't see much. These guys act like they're good or something, but they are not that good. I mean, they don't expand. They can, you know, they have a good builds. They have good builds. They micro something at least, but they are not aggressive enough. They are getting their asses kicked, and you know they cannot spot those attacks, because as you can see, those balls are not, you know, they're nothing special, but at least they happen. So I think that this is not just a good idea. You see, this base is under attack, and you know this base is there is another problem here. This base is just too far from the main, and so it's hard to take care of, and he's gonna get killed. So he's not going to have any extra income. So for Arconas, it was actually a good way just to, you know, try to position himself on the gold, because on the gold those high yield minerals are actually a good boost, but you have to defend them, and you know, at least you're able to defend them because you have an army here, and this isn't far. Okay, I think we're going to have our main event over here. This is Army of Darkness, or you might say that this is a Gondor actually, but I'm going to say no, this is the Army of Evil. And there we have another army of Singha's army. We have Zealots, we have Stalkers, but it's mostly his ball, as you can see. No, wait. No, we have more. We have oh, this is going to be awesome. So remember this moment. This is the battle for Middle Earth, and as you can see, this is these are the walls of Minas Tirith. If you haven't watched this video, oh, here they come. So they come to attack this, and those cannons are going down. And we have this ball, and we have those DT. Oh shit! We had a blink. Oh, these corpses are piling up so high. Oh fuck, freaking hell! Just take a look at this delicious, creamy 2-on-2 ball. This is awesome. Let's just slow the game. Whoa, I want to slow the game. I can't slow the game. I'm just going to leave it on normal. And this ball just left them a steaming pile of nothing. These guys are just broken. As you can see, Arconas has already left the game. He just cannot believe what happened. So wow, that was an amazing matchup with all those balls coming on. As you can see, just because you think you have better builds and you have advantage, doesn't mean that your enemies are bad. Because if you don't expand, if you don't try destroying their base, I'm not even calling it a good harassment. That was just sending balls to the expansions, but you know, it's not a good game when they are just undefended and they just don't happen really. You have to keep some units. You must have those units. You must have those units, and you must have those bases. Just because you build up your base in defensive game, it's nothing good. So these guys actually had an advantage because they, you know, they could have destroyed it easily. And there was an drop, if you remember, over here, which wasn't very successful. There were some attempts here which weren't very successful, and there was this puny little marauder attack, and I'm not sure what was the point of it, because, you know, if you send some medivacs, then it's okay, but, you know, at this point that wasn't very good, and there wasn't much scouting, so these guys didn't even know what was going on. They were so busy just building those bases, while KWL actually made a great job, you know, taking care of that. And, you know, I'm really happy about, you know, what happened here. I'm very proud of this match, and, you know, I'm also proud of these turrets, which were very good. But, you know, I have to admit that neither of these teams were that good. It just my team proved better on this day. So this is going to be it. Thank you very much for watching the video, and please help me by liking it and subscribe to my channel and watch some of my other casts. So thanks very much, and please support my channel DragonX. If you want to send some suggestions, you know, you had the deals before. So thanks very much again, and see you in the next video. Bye.